Hey everybody, so the reason why I keep putting out so many videos is because over the last few days it has just been insane as far as the amount of breakthroughs that have come out with regards towards AI. I didn't come into this week at all planning on this, and then so I had some planned content that I made, and then as the week progressed, the breakthroughs have just been that I've had to produce like 3 videos per day just to cover and keep up with the AI news. So the AI news in this instance is again pretty straightforward. It's something that is not revolutionary at this point because it's already happened, but that now it's happening consistently. And so another model has been released that is beating ChatGPT handily, up and down. And then it's another llama model, llama 33B, so 33 billion parameter llama model. And then in these tests, it's beating ChatGPT by 33%. So kind of an insane margin. And I like the name of the model as well. It's called RAP. And then it stands for reasoning via planning. And then so they take the A from the via and then make it into RAP. And so it's kind of like the greatest rapper alive at the moment. But so let's dive into the paper here and take a look at what RAP does. And I think the first thing I do want to call this out because I love it is so this particular model was created by people from UC San Diego, University of Florida, and then my boy Mohammed here from the University of Artificial Intelligence, aka University of Hard Knocks. My School of Hard Knocks, one of my favorite alma maters as well. So I think it highlights that essentially within this, it's such a collaborative process, and this is what you get from the collaborative and the open source process is these models. This is what the corporate community just flat out is not producing at the moment, and I think that people still aren't catching on to the level of innovation that is happening in AI right now, and the fact that it's not happening on a corporate level. Like these things are not open AI produced. It's University of Florida, UC San Diego, and School of Hard Knocks. I mean, that's just where it's coming from. And so diving into this particular model, it's an interesting model. I've read through the paper, and we can go through it line by line, but essentially to summarize the paper for you and what makes RAP unique is a simple process. It's when you break down AI as a whole and LLMs, they have had a known problem, which is essentially being able to come up with sort of like any sort of like long-term strategy. And the reason for that is that LLMs have a problem with focusing on like what their internal world is, like what exactly makes up the world. And to a person, it's a complicated thing for a person overall. That's what makes up your personal identity and shapes the world to you. And that is essentially what LLMs are lacking. And then so what the RAP model says is essentially that, okay, LLMs are lacking that particular process, and then the reason why they're lacking that particular process is just because of a few key reasons. So RAP essentially attempts to solve that gap and give LLMs the capability to have be able to think more long term and to be able to take like step-by-step processes. And that's exactly what it does. And you can see it all up and down this paper that just by employing this model on the 33 billion parameter llama model, it's outperforming GPT-4 by 33%. And we can see this up and down with the tests. They give a lot of like tests here. And then there's one, I might have already scrolled past it. Nope, right here. Where essentially it gives all of the tests and the benchmarks specifically for all of their testing against GPT-4 and the logic behind it. So I think I've been iterating on this for a while now. Like, I don't think that we're going to see bigger is better anymore in the industry and in the market, because I don't think that neural networks and brains overall, which is what neural networks are essentially based off of, operate off of necessarily a 100% bigger is better approach. It just, that's not what nature shows us. And then so what we're seeing now are advancements for smaller models. So again, this is using a 33 billion parameter model and outperforming GPT-4 by 33%, and GPT-4 has an unknown number of parameters, but we can assume that the parameters are over 160 billion. So at the very least, giving it the least amount of the probability possible, it has at least 4 times the amount of like raw processing power as the Llama 33 billion parameter model, but the Llama 33 billion parameter model is outperforming it by 33%, which is pretty insane just by adding and putting this model in. And so I think that's the other thing to iterate within this video and to highlight for people is that like the importance of the model itself. So when you're talking about AI, so again, like this is based off of they're basing it, and what they use to test the model is the Llama 33 billion parameter, let's call it framework. And so essentially you have your framework. So your framework would be this, in this instance, this Llama model, or Chat-GPT-4 could be a framework. And then so, like for example, RAP could be applied to Chat-GPT-4. And then so if RAP were applied to Chat-GPT-4, and then there were an upgraded version of Chat-GPT-4, which I don't know if, honestly, if OpenAI could do. I don't know how Chat-GPT is built out at this point and tested, but if they can and they could employ RAP. But that gives you kind of just the highlight as to how exactly those two things work in conjunction. But I think the overall lesson to take from this, and what I take from this, and what I continually want people to understand, is don't refer to this industry as ChatGPT, like don't, or GPT-4 or anything along those lines, like this industry is not going to be defined by ChatGPT in the end. Like I think ChatGPT will be the initial seen as like what brought this technology forward and what made people understand it, but then it was quickly eclipsed and forgotten. It's not going to be like a Q-tip. It's going to be more like Xerox. Just putting, thinking of an honest example that I can think of. And so while Xerox had a good run, I think that ChatGPT's run is not going to even be nearly as long as that. And so that's what it is. And then I'll probably be making a new video tomorrow outlining another model that is smoking ChatGPT now. But as of right now, you've got RAP, which is currently the best wrapper alive. And since it's beating ChatGPT-4 by 33%, that makes RAP the best model alive as far as AI LLM models right now. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye.